You do not mess with a catfish.
You do not mess with the licking catfish.
Yes. I mean, most players are weird, but if you read the lore, like I feel like Tom Kench is a god.
He's kind of like a god. He's like a trickster god.
Yeah.
Because he gets you into deals and like eats you after.
So he's a scammer. Is what you're saying. You're saying Tom Kench is a scammer.
Yes.
Mag-iingat kayo sa scammers. Right.
Okay, kay Top Pitch.
Alright.
Okay, malapit.
So yeah, we are headed into the game right now. Hopefully we don't have any more pauses in the future, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dre can do on this Misfortune, especially since that is the counter pick he decided to go for into this Vayne matchup. Of course, one thing that Vayne struggles against in lane due to her short range is a lot of poke, which is something that Misfortune has a lot of. She can easily poke down the Vayne with her E, make it rain, land the comet as well. Of course, Demon doing a good job of actually tumbling away from the extra damage of that comet. So the small things in lane is helping him sustain a bit better.
Yeah, and it feels like Demon has that control in the bot lane because probably the leash was on the red buff for GH Alpha, while for Barcy it was only they did not lead because
It's insane.
yeah, it's decent, goes to the red buff. So they did get that lane priority earlier on. That's why they could put in their pressure against Dre in the bot lane. But when they get to level 3, we'll see how Dre performs against Demon's lane.
In the top lane though, TPP not hesitating to trade against spells, just tossing out those auto attacks over and over. Those tactical sweeps, even gets a true damage auto attack off.
Yeah, and right now both teams are just very chill, but we do see a fight in the top side, and EPP was forced to flash.
Yeah, it does burn the flash there on TPP. You were mentioning it's chill, but right as you mentioned it,
Yeah,
they
right
usually go for that gank, so good job there by Just Chi to burn the flash on the Camille. Of course, Camille is still very mobile with her hook shot, so still gonna be quite difficult for spells to pressure there in that lane.
And right now both junglers are getting the scuttle of in the river, but it looks like BLZ on that Lee Sin looking for a gank in the mid lane.
Oh, alright, so the Shadow gonna create enough distance, create enough space from the claw so that there is no W follow-up from the Lissandra. Lee Sin though, good attempt in the mid lane. Aaron just able to time that gank well, able to back off safely.
Yeah, and going back to this game right here in the mid lanes, just Lissandra having just a bit of time farming against Aaron in on that Zed, but Spells already having that gold lead against TPP in the top lane.
Yeah. You know, a lot of action in this game has been provided by by both junglers, actually. So I'd like to mention a quick shout out to Gerald Sobrepeña who's watching in the chat right now. He is a jungle main. Congratulations as well to his team Liam for winning their first best of team. Speaking of the junglers right now, Just Chi once again in the top lane.
That's quick TP coming from the Lissandra.
Okay, here's a claw. Flash W. Okay, no. No flash just yet from the Lissandra. Just Chi should be able to dash over this wall, just waiting for his cooldowns, but oh, he's gonna try and turn this around on the DPP. I think he just accepted that he would get cut off, so Just Chi actually gonna get taken down there for first blood. Really nicely done there. Nice collapse by Barcy.
Yeah, nice collapse right there from Barcy Esports, securing that kill for TPP. Even though he's like 10 CS behind that top lane, because of that kill, he's now on par in terms of gold with Spells.
That's quite unfortunate. Just Chi was just caught out there, and a good teleport as well by Lissandra to commit to that collapse in the top lane. But it does give Aaron some free time to farm here in the mid lane. Zed nearing that level 6 mark, which is when he just gets super scary to deal with in lane.
Yeah, and right now it is 600 gold lead for Barcy Esports. It's mostly coming from Demon there in the bot lane having that CS lead. Although Spells is continuing his CS lead at the top side, having a 20 CS lead right now against TPP.
Yeah, Spells seems super comfy in that lane. Aside from the times that was being pressured by guys. Now Just Q, no flash once again, gets caught out. Q into the next part, not going to be able to escape here. Aaron though is level 6, trying to help his team turn this around. Does he pop the Lee Sin? Yes, the Ignite will finally get him so much damage from those shurikens. Double kill for Aaron on that Zed. Wow, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage coming from Aaron, and we did mention earlier that the GH Alpha lineup needs a lot of snowball, needs a lot of kills and gold early on to be able to just snowball this game into a victory. And we do see that the top lane CS lead is giving Spells a lot more gold than TPD, or at least some parity, because if you get a 15 CS lead, that's equal to 1 kill in terms of gold.
Yeah.
So he did get that first blood, so he needed about that 20 to 25 CS mark. He does have the same amount of gold as compared to the Camille that got that first blood.
Yeah, but there is a lot of damage being brought out here by Spells. The harass onto TPP has been working out very, very well. As we're going to see a bit of a pause here, guys, unfortunately. Now, before we headed into the pause, I was looking at the chat and I'm seeing a lot of people supporting GHA. And dami nagtatype ng hashtag GHA win. So a lot of supporters right now in the chat for GH Alpha.
Yeah, and shout out sa lahat ng mga taong nagsusuporta sa GH Alpha. But come on, everyone who's also supporting Barcy Esports, show your support in the comment section of their stream right now. Get your voices heard, because, well, both these teams really need as much support as they can to be able to secure their spot in the upper bracket.
And SPP just clearing this control ward was placed earlier by GH Alpha. Now Spells is pressuring here in the top lane. TPP needs to be careful because every time he steps forward, Spells just tosses out those daggers. It's a harass. TPP already always half health here. And Spells really not hesitating.
And Spells is doing a really good job. But there's a gap here in the bot lane.
Alright, Demon might get caught out here. Is able to flash away. How many
Ignite?
ticks of the Ignite? One more tick. Draw. Gonna get the kill onto Demon. SPP not able to help at all, but here comes the kick into the Hextech Ultimatum. Spells, you are not going anywhere. TPP picks up the kill there in the top lane. So that is a total of 1-for-1 across the map for both of these teams.
Yeah, and both junglers being proactive. Juicy going to the bot lane, getting that gank on Demon. Now they're being rewarded with that Drake. But on the other hand, BLZ going to the top side, getting that kill for TPP. Just keeping that Camille in this game in terms of gold. He does have that 2 kills, but he's still 30 CS down compared to that Akali.
Yeah, and I have to credit the setup on that gank as well. The perfect timing on the kick straight into Hextech Ultimatum means that the Camille is not going to be able to go anywhere. Really nicely done by the top end jungle duo of Barcy Esports. But you know, here in the mid lane, Aaron already completed his Yomu's Ghostblade, so well and truly strong now on this Zed. Sandra's still working on her Zhonya's Hourglass, trying to delay and at least not die whenever the Zed decides to go for his death mark.
Yeah, and you know, it feels that whenever I watch, whenever we go to the top side for Spells as Akali, I just feel like this is still the TFT. Akali just keeps throwing those daggers, dealing so much damage. But we see right now Camille trying to get some trade damage on Spells.
Okay, so there's no Shroud of Spells right now. I feel like if he goes all in, there could be a trade. TPP though needs to respect the tower. Okay, so Spells gonna be able to back away there. I thought TPP would go for that all in, but no Hextech Ultimatum. And I believe the hookshot stun didn't land as well, so both of them just gonna back off here.
Yeah, and going back to a bit of just farming, just CSing, and another pause right now for both of these teams.
They're pausing a lot this game, so I wonder what the problem could be. But of course, the players, they want to be on point here, so we're just gonna wait for this game to resume. But so far, it has been fairly even throughout these teams. No one really jumping out to that big lead.
Yeah, and even though there's only like an 800 gold lead right now for GH Alpha, I believe they need a larger margin for their lead,
Yeah.
so that they could be able to just snowball the game. Kasi tulad nga nasabi natin kanina, they have 2 or 3 assassins in their lineup if you include Silas as that third assassin. And for a lineup like that na wala talagang like definite way to engage apart from the Silas, it's really hard when you don't have a huge lead, para yung damage mo can just outburst someone immediately or just burst someone out immediately. So we'll see how how GH Alpha can keep extending their lead, can keep getting their solo laners into a big enough spot or a big enough gold lead to just burst a target down.
Yeah, and actually you were pointing this out earlier as well, where the members of GH Alpha do need to have that larger lead, that snowball. Like we mentioned, in order to push their advantages as this 3 assassin lineup. Now though,
Oh,
the E doesn't land. Don't follow up. Does though, gonna dash back in. SPP is here to support. Here comes Nautilus ultimate, gonna lock him down, flashing back into the shroud. Unfortunately, not able to get the final hit there on the TPP. Great flash away. That's a great roam by SPP. Helps secure the kill, and that is the second death for Spells there in the top lane. Now here comes Sandra ultimate into Lee Sin Q. Easy setup right there. No QSS, no cleanse. We're just locked up for days. That is the strength of Lissandra in this matchup. It's an easy setup there in the mid lane.
Yeah, but on the other hand, GH Alpha getting a lot of damage in the bot lane turret and getting 3 tower plates in total. We do see SPP on that Nautilus going down there, trying to defend. It looks like GH Alpha about to get 1 more tower plate before they leave.
Yeah, and speaking of the bot lane of GH Alpha right now, since we are looking at them, very interesting build here coming from the Misfortune. Hold that thought, just see. Thought he was gonna go all in for that gank, but right now, Dre, he has a Tear of the Goddess, so it feels like the Misfortune will be going for that Mana Queen build.
Yeah, and it's really curious. You usually see Misfortune going for a lot of lethality, like a Dust Blade, a Yomu's Ghost Blade, but he's opting right now for that Muramana build, so we expect more of an auto-attacking build rather than a spellcasting build on this Misfortune.
Yeah, we haven't really seen many Misfortunes go for this build, but SPP actually gonna go for a Dredge line back in, really trying to poke the bear here. It's still a 3v2 situation, but they do have BLZ collapsing on this Lee Sin. Has he been spotted yet? I don't think the Lee Sin's been spotted yet, but
there's a lot of picks in the bot lane right now. We do see Aaron looking to go to that bot lane, but he did go up, putting down a ward probably in that bush.
alright. Does not have Dragon's Rage yet. Oh, here comes the engage. Here's the Nautilus ultimate, the stolen Nautilus ultimate as well. Everyone is here, but that's a massive flag by the solo laners of Barcy Esports. They take down the Misfortune very, very early. 1-for-1 so far. The assassins on the other side of the map are cleaning up as well. It's a very scrappy fight that so far nobody's really winning and getting that advantage. That is a quadra kill, I believe, already for TPP. Gonna try to go for that Penta. Aaron, will you give it to him? TPP, he wants it. He wants his Pentakill. That's the Lissandra ultimate. He's gonna get... Oh no! Just when you thought he was gonna get gifted the Penta, Sandra steals it away. Scumbag play right there. But still, that is a big win for Barcy Esports. They get 5 kills there on the GH Alpha.
Yeah, that was a big win for Barcy, as you said. Gets the quadra for Camille, and the Lissandra Alustim? Yeah, Alustim, the scumbag.
I'm gonna call him Tim.
You can call him Tim, or call him Stim.
I'm gonna call him Tim because he stole the pen. That was all the glory for Camille. You know, I honestly thought after I saw Lissandra ultimate, he's gonna get gifted this pen. Oh my god, he's gonna get a penta, but he bursted him down. Unfortunately, Sandra steals it away, but nonetheless, great play, great team fight there from Barcy Esports. But okay,
Demon trying to. It's not gonna get that scuttle draw. Was standing near a red ward, a control ward right there, and with that, I believe that Barcy right now has it.
Oh, that's a pull-in though.
Yeah, that's a pull-in trying to get engaged, but still, they're focusing down that ocean ray.
Oh, they have Lissandra ultimate. It does get casted onto the support. SPP gonna get picked off there. Great aggression by GH Alpha. They push off Barcy from the ocean drake. Barcy just gonna back off here.
Yeah, and with that, GH Alpha gets a second ocean drake of the game. But oh, the Zed going for an engage.
Alright, does have the claw to go over the wall. Not enough damage from that death mark. Alright, so Lee Sin not gonna follow the second part of his Q. Everyone just gonna back off here. Mid tower though is under fire. So he might be going for that. Oh, the stun lands onto Alustim, not able to use his ultimate in time. Gets taken out. There's another pick off though, which does favor GH Alpha.
Yeah, and Tim right there goes down, still sticking to that lane even though he's below half health, gets killed by Drushi. But on the other hand, TPP on that Camille gets the top lane, and he's about to get the top lane turret.
Terra though being started here.
Oh, he did already get the first hit turret.
Okay, Draw gonna try and 1v1 a Camille. He's fairly confident right now. Stun, he's up, but it's gifted to his team. There's 4 members here. Except ultimatum won't matter. Shut down, gifted over to Mr. Fortune. Now SPP is going to be the next target here. The CC won't matter. He will get taken down. Just walking to his death. Very unlucky there.
Oh, Spells going in.
Belt once more. Demon still on the... Okay, finally flashes over the wall. PLG though, he did kick the Akali back towards Demon, so could still be in trouble. Now everyone's just gonna back off here.
Everyone is gonna get this Rift Herald. GH Alpha getting this Rift Herald right here. They may be able to use it to get more towers. One of the things that is really hard for GH Alpha to do is to get these objects or get towers or structures because of just the nature of their composition. Just getting this Rift Herald will really help them speed up the pace of this game.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do right now because 16 minutes in, it's only a small sort of 3,000 gold lead here for GH Alpha, and you'd want to see them try and grab more before it becomes super difficult for them to actually start these, to get these assassinations against Barcy Esports. The Nautilus is going to get a bit tankier. Everyone else is going to get more of these items that they need for safety. So it's going to be increasingly difficult for GH Alpha to get these assassinations onto Barcy.
Yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, though, just because of the nature of the gold lead that they have right now, it's only about a little over 2,000, but the item breakpoints that GH Alpha is about to hit will really give them a boost in terms of killing some of the members. Like, Demon only has that Blaze the Ruinkin and Adora and Shield with the boots. If the Zed gets on top of it, it could be a really fast, or you can just get bursted out, especially if Aram does complete that Dust Blade.
Alright, so here in the mid lane, Rift Herald has been summoned here. A lot of damage already onto Arliss. Just go golden, straight into the ultimate. This is gonna be the fight. Can Barcy Esports find anything here? Trying to defend so far. No casualties on the side of Barcy Esports. Here comes PPG. Did get a quadra kill during that last fight. Can he clean up on this one? But Demon says, hey, I'm here. Hello. Demon picks up the first kill on Zed. Might pick up his second. They are gonna gift this over to that Vayne. Gonna give her even more gold to work with. Double kill for Demon. Barcy Esports so far able to defend. He won't land, but BLZ did he just give up his life? He did. Spells gets the kill onto Arliss in.
Yeah, and BLZ right there, I'm not sure what he was doing. They're trying to fish for some more kills or catches maybe, but he overstepped his bounds and got punished heavily by GH Alpha.
Yeah, so in the end, we did end up with a even kill score, but one good thing there for Barcy Esports, they were able to stop the Rift Herald push after the second tower, and they got 2 kills over onto their Vayne. So Demon gonna have a bit more gold to spend once he comes back to shop. I wonder what item Demon decides to go for. He's going for more attack speed here, so might be something like a Phantom Dancer maybe for more safety. I don't know.
He may be going for a Phantom Dancer, but he might also be going for the Rage Blade as his second item just to get more damage in. He does notice that in terms of team fights, he does have that solid front line with that Nautilus and that Lissandra, and they have a lot of ground control, so it might keep them safe. But there's also the caveat of he can't really go onto a side lane, which a lot of lanes do, because he can just get immediately deleted by the Akali and the Zed. So we'll see how this item choice pans out for Demon in the long run.
Alright, so we've pretty much gone back to square one here, where both teams are already back on pretty much even footing right now. Slight lead for GH Alpha, but we've seen Barcy and they can win these team fights, assuming that Lissandra can get a easy setup with her crowd control, get the lockdown onto the assassins. It's very simple execution right now on the side of Barcy Esports. Just point and click on everything. So see if they are going to be able to get those catches onto GH Alpha.
And it looks like GH Alpha is, yeah, they do pick up that Cloud Drake for themselves, while Barcy, the exchange would be getting the first tier turret in the mid lane. Both teams taking down 3 turrets from each other.
I wish we had Gold there this game.
Why?
Because he's fun.
He's
He's fun.
sea up there running towards you,
Yeah.
flipping you.
Because I feel like we were talking about how scrappy this game was going to be, and then right now it seems like our assassins are hesitating to play. Oh, he's not hesitating on this one. Does he follow over? No.
Claw.
That's a fat claw right there.
Yeah, that's a fat claw, and that is a good claw coming from him. Right now, both of these teams just waiting for anyone to make a mistake at this point, because Assassins really capitalize a lot on the mistakes.
It's one of the things about League of Legends, you know, when teams are sort of going into this passive state, parang iniisip mo na, okay, mag-aantayan tayo na magkamali yung isa, but what if nobody makes the mistake, right? I feel like it favors a lot of teams now if they're the ones who forces the mistake onto the enemy team. So I really like teams who decide to play proactively.
Yeah, I agree. And to be honest, between these two teams, yung kayang maging mas proactive would be Barcy, kasi ang dami nilang engage roles. They have that Nautilus, they have that Sandra, but medyo they're respecting the damage coming from GH. I think if we wait for a few more minutes when Barcy is more confident that they have the 2 items on Demon's Vein, then they're gonna try to push the tempo more to their favor.
Here's SPP and DLB are doing. Oh, it's the 1v1. He spells NTPP. He's gonna get the steal. Oh, that Camille not able to hook shot away. Just eats all of the damage. Not even trying to fight in that situation. But gets a solo kill onto TPP.
Yeah, but at the same time, for TPP, how can he fight a target that he can't see? Most of Camille's damage is coming from basic attacks. So if you can't use basic attacks, you can't hit anyone. And Nautilus don't get shot up.
Not able to pop the blast cone. Oh, he does get blast cone over the wall. Can GH Alpha get the fight here? Everyone's trying to commit here. So gonna go over. Still has the hourglass to buy time. Where's the third Demon? Time spot. Okay, Demon does burn the heal to keep his mid laner alive, but once again, everybody tosses out their ultimate or something, but nobody picks up any of the kills.
Yeah, but there's a TP coming from the Camille right now. She's being chased in the river.
Okay, TPP, where are you going? Hextech ultimate onto the dead. Here comes the no ultimate though onto Sandra. It's a very scrappy fight. Alright, just gonna take down Elastic. Spells as well gonna take down BLZ. Where's the third kill? Demon actually gets killed there off the side by Dre now. TPP might be the next casualty here. Eventually will go down. GH Alpha, they pick up, I believe, 4 kills in that fight. And are they healthy enough to go for this Baron? I believe they can. They can go for this Baron thing. It is going to be a single one. But it's only the Nautilus on the map, and they know that there aren't any teleports. Can SPP do anything here? Does have the Ignite.
Yeah, he does have that Ignite. He does not have that multi. 2 members.
it.
Oh, the jungle from GH Alpha came out, but it looks like SPP goes down to spells.
Alright, so there is going to be no challenge on this Baron. What's so? Everyone's slow as well, but yeah, GH Alpha gonna be able to secure that Baron. Currently 18 to 12 up in kills right now. Big win there for GH Alpha.
Yeah, big win on that really messy and scrappy fight for GH Alpha. They do extend their gold lead to about 5.7k. Now we'll see how GH Alpha will be able to push these surges, because as we said earlier, they would have a hard time. But I believe if you do have 2 assassins, you can just offer a 1v1 strategy, just push every lane, and one of those lanes will be a lot weaker than the other in terms of your assassin, and they can just keep pressuring that lane, and eventually a tower might fall.
Yeah, and this is the situation that we were hoping GH Alpha would get into when we saw those 3 assassins come out, right? Where they want to get that lead, and now they have the Baron as well. And like you pointed out, they can go into this sort of 1-3-1 where they put the assassins on the side lane. The side lane and hit the lane on the TPP. They are attacking the good one. You're gonna put down the Hextech ultimation onto TPP. Everyone is here. TPP can't turn away. Gets the laptop. Heal is down right now for Barcy Esports. That means GH Alpha can really pressure this bot lane.
Yeah, and if they keep going for that 1v1, only 2 members or 4 members can defend. Akali right now spells in the top side while GH took down the second tier turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah, the Baron as well. They are gonna try and go for this. Of course, it will be quite difficult for them to clear this mid as they have, as Green Diamond do have the Baron available. The next target, right?
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about earlier. Oh, Zed going in.
Zed part on the team, but they have enough damage on top of the main. No, even still alive, gets the shutdown. Both mid laners are currently being traded back and forth. Everyone in GH though needs to back away here. They need to be happy with just taking down that inhibitor.
Yeah,
Esports gonna try to chase forward.
yeah, I feel like Aeroflat there got a bit trigger happy going in. They already got that inhibitor. He did not need to go into that fight, but instead they do get a 1-for-1, and they get rewarded by getting this Infernal Blade.
That is the first pick of the game for GH Alpha, and alright, so they did take down the bot lane inhibitor with their Baron, where textbook would say let's go to a different lane, either mid or top. That's just the way that they should go, but I feel like they can't pressure it even if they do that. So they have super fed Akali, they have Aaron on Zed who can function in the side lane as well, so see what configuration they do decide to go for. But right now, it seems like GH Alpha is in control. It's a question of how well Barcy Esports can defend against it.
Yeah, and just like the game earlier between Layup and K-Gaming, we were thinking how one team has a lot more engagement and it can be more proactive, especially when defending in these situations. And Barcy Esports does have the tools to lock down a target to try and come back into this game, but it looks like GH Alpha exerting their pressure, exerting control, about to take down the mid lane inhibitor of Barcy Esports.
Oh, they're gonna go for the big engage. Here comes the front line. Everyone's in. They're gonna be taking down everyone on the side of Barcy Esports is falling down. He was not gonna be able to do his highlight plays on that lane. GH Alpha gonna be able to close out this first game, 26 minutes in. Everyone except Aaron still alive, so they're gonna be taking down this next. They are gonna be going up 1-0 in this rest of the game.
Yeah, and congratulations to GH Alpha. They're just about to win game 1. They're still trying to just style on Barcy Esports, but with the Nexus exploding, GH gets first